Hello and welcome to the Pup Mommy. I've been a dog owner for over 30 years and I'm sharing with you my experience in owning, loving, and caring for dogs and helping you navigate the joys as well as sometimes the pitfalls of owning a dog. You know, I received several messages through social media and over my website recently, and you know, a number of them come down to a second dog. And would you recommend a second dog? What is it like to own a second dog? Do you think I should get a second dog? And all very similar questions to that. And so I'm going to use this video to address that point because I come from a multiple dog family, and you see one right here, and this little guy is a handful. This is my little Thumper. He's going to be 4 in July. God, I think he's forever in his puppy stage. So anyway, I digress. Let me answer this question about a second dog by asking you a question if you're considering it. Why do you want a second dog? If you already have a first one and you're very happy and there's wonderful family dynamics, why do you want a second dog? Now, I embarked on the road to multiple dogs because I had a Boston Terrier about 20 years ago, little Poco, and I felt sorry for her because I was working from home all day and she didn't have anybody to play with except when I got myself unglued from the computer. And so I got her a little Boston brother, Chipper. But the difference here is that I've worked from home for 22 years. And so it worked out pretty well for me because I was there. I was there to watch them. I was there to supervise. I was there to train them and so forth. So you have to take that into consideration because when you bring a new puppy or a new dog in the house, there's going to be a time period when the new dog and your first dog, you know, they have to learn the ropes together and they have to have time to adjust and get used to each other. So that's why it's always nice to kind of be there to supervise and watch what's going on. Now, secondly, I want to say that if you are considering a second dog, your first dog has a very important role to play. And you have to look at your first dog, you have to look at its temperament, you have to look at its age. Some older senior dogs don't mind having younger pups come in, and you know, I had my Olympia and my Zarina, my 2 German Shepherds I lost in 2020. What are you doing? They were both 12 years old when I brought in Allegra and Thumper, who were basically 10 weeks. And Zarina was an absolute wonderful dog. I mean, she was a mother to the pups. Olympia hid in the bathroom for about the first 3 days, but other than that, she finally unfroze and came out. Everyone got along. But you're going to know, you really will, whether or not your dog is, your first dog, let's call it, is ready for a pal and is going to be able to tolerate another dog. You know, there are so many dogs out there who are only one person dogs. They want you, they don't want to share you, they are used to you, your family, and you know, you introduce another dog that's kind of like an intruder. So pay attention to your dog, which leads me into my third point about when you are considering a second dog, you're going to have to also consider the cost of ownership. Because there aren't such things as hand-me-downs. All right, you're going to have to go out and get that new dog tag, that collar, that leash. You're going to have to probably get a dog bed. You probably don't necessarily may need to get another crate, but you're definitely going to need 2 places for the dogs to sleep, unless, like mine, they curl up one next to each other. And then finally, you know, what it really comes down to when wanting a second dog is it comes down to you personally. Do you have the temperament, the time, and the patience for a second dog? Because now you're going to be doing everything double. You're going to be doing everything in 2s. I mean, if you have trouble walking your first dog, you're going to try and walk 2 of them together. I've done that, and you know, that's where the training comes in. You're going to need patience while the other dog adjusts. And again, because think about it this way too. Probably the worst thing that can happen, both to you, your family, the other dog, your first dog, is if something just doesn't work out. The relationship isn't there. So thank you very much for watching. I hope I gave you some helpful information and some helpful advice. Don't forget to click and like and subscribe so that you'll know when I'm uploading my next videos. So thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.